Hey YouTube, YGO, I'm around here, and I got a request for the magical deck list. It changes quite a bit, so obviously this is not a permanent build. Actually, pretty much it's at 39 cards, more than 40 cards, I guess. I don't know what it put in for the last card, but the way it is right now is we got Triple Batel, which is the Stratos kinda of the deck. Basically, when it's normal summon or flipped face up, that's a great part of the effect. You can add a books of spell card from your hand. As you can see, you play 3, 6, 9, 12 books of spell cards, and they are each and every one of them has their own importance to the deck, and I just love it. And also, I'd preferably like to put in another monster in the deck. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what to put in yet. BLS, you play lights and darks. The lights you play are Junon, and the darks you play are Breaker, Gores, and Sorcier de Fleur. Um, I, I've been thinking that maybe I don't run enough lights, which is another reason why I might want to put in one more light. But I just don't know what I'm going to put in yet. So, Triple Breaker, it really helps the deck. Though you do run Tora, which makes it so you target one spellcaster. It's a lance for spellcasters, but you have to either declare your spell or declare trap. But anyway, so you summon Breaker, and then sometimes they'll waste a bottomless on it, and you Tora it, and then pop the other back row. So I mean, you feel like you just got rid of 2 back rows, so it's really nice. Force, it's another huge beater in the deck. I mean, it only has 1500 attack, but then you can shuffle a books of spell card from your graveyard to the deck, and then target any spellcaster in the field, increases level by 1, and it gains 500 attack. So pretty much you can just make it up level 5 2k beater, which is amazing. It gets over those heroes, and that is one thing it's really good for. Is this deck kind of has a problem with 19 beaters if you can't get out your Junon, and Breaker can suicide with it, but other than that, you're kind of fucked. So, you got Gores, because, well, you don't play any traps that you set. You don't even play any cards that you really set. Even the Tora, it's a quick play spell, but you hardly ever set it, just because, you like it in your hand for Junon. And, Magical Dimension, I guess, you set kinda too, but usually activate that on the turn you set it, because you usually go first turn Batel, grab a book of spell, set Magical Dimension. It's just amazing. Not done with monsters yet. Triple Junon, it is, I guess, what you call the boss monster of the archetype. Junon the Magical Priestess. What it does is you can reveal 3 books of spell cards in your hand, special summon it, and then once per turn you can banish a books of spell card from your graveyard, from your hand or graveyard, to target 1 card on the field and destroy that target. So, it's a great card. Not only that, it's level 7, so you have opportunities to go rank 7, like I keep down here in the extra deck. Here's actually another Exceed that goes with the archetype. 2 level 7 spellcaster type monsters, so 2 Junons. And then you can detach 1 Exceed material to destroy spawn traps your opponent controls up to the number of books of spell cards in your graveyard. And you don't generally go that card, but I guess you do in some situations, so I just put it in there. 1 magical exemplar. It's good in some situations. I guess the situations that it is good in is for going OTK kind of with the Sorcerer de Fleur, which actually I'm just going to talk about with the magical exemplar. So say you go, again I'm just going to talk about Temper this time. So first of all, what Temper does is when a books of spell card is activated this turn, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster type monster from your deck, and you cannot special summon level 5 or higher monsters the turn you activate this effect. So what you do is you go Exemplar and then activate 1 of your Book of Spell. This Book of Spell to be in particular. This one you could add another Books of Spell card from other than this from add another Book of Spell from your deck to your hand besides this one. And then you say you added this one. What this one does is you target 1 spellcaster monster on the field, it gains 1,000, and when it destroys a monster by battle this turn, you can add 1 books of spell card from your hand, or from your deck to your hand, but you can only activate 1 of these a turn. So now, fucking Magical Exemplar has 4 counters. you release the 4 counters. So for Foaming, Exemplar's at 27. Remember that because of whatever Hygromancy. Special summon Temper, and then Sorcerer. Send Temper, summon Sorcerer to Flare, summon a level 4 monster from their graveyard, and you can either overlay with it or just do whatever. And because you can't special summon level 5 or higher monsters, that's why it's just good for exceeding, and that's mostly why I play Sorcerer to Flare. Sometimes I would just go into Junon, depending on the situation, but Sorcerer to Flare has been a really great option, just because it's a 2900 beater, and then if you do boost it with Hygromancy, it turns into a 39 beater, and it's just amazing. And if it's a 39 beater, sometimes you can just summon Force and then pump it up to fucking 44 or whatever, and that's just amazing. I mean, Junon's a beater, yes, but 25 and 29 is a big difference. Anyway, we're just gonna skip over those phone traps now. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy, and there's the Reborn. I'm not gonna go over those. 2 Magical Dimensions. The reason why I'm not gonna play 3 Magical Dimensions is because it can be dead. There's not a lot of things you really want to special summon from your hand that, like, obviously one special summon was Junon's from your hand, but you don't always draw those. But it's really, Magical Dimension's really good for Batel, and it's kind of good for Breaker too, just because you pop a back row and then you can Magical Dimension. Triple 1 Day of Peace. This deck can leave itself open quite a bit. However, it does inflict a lot of damage in 1 turn. So, what a really good thing to do is, to go on your Temper play with Junon or Sorcerer to Flare, attack, and then main phase 2, 1 Day of Peace. So, though you're leaving yourself kind of overextended and open for the next turn, you're not going to be taking any damage. 3 of each of the books of spells. Basically what this one does is it's a Rhoda for the other books of spells. This one, like I said, it makes a spellcaster on the field gain 1,000 until the end phase. And then when it destroys a monster by battle, you can add another books of spell from your deck to your hand, which generally you just add the Rhoda one again. This one might be the most broken one in my opinion. Basically what you do is you banish 1 spellcaster type monster from your graveyard and reveal another books of spell card from your hand to target 1 spellcaster monster in your graveyard and special summon that target in face-up attack position, and equip this card to it. And then you increase the level of that monster by the level of the monster that was banished. Now, pretty much it's just a premature burial for spellcaster type monsters, which it's really broken, don't get me wrong. So it basically makes it so these books of spell cards that can clog your hand, they really don't clog your hand. They have so much use for them. And then you got triple the Torah books of spell. And what this one does is you activate one of these effects, target 1 spellcaster and a monster. Target 1 spellcaster type monster, it's unaffected by spells. Target 1 spellcaster type monster, it's unaffected by traps. So, pretty much it's just Forbidden Lance for spellcasters. Some may ask, why don't I just run Forbidden Lance? Because Forbidden Lance also has the plus side of you can make whatever you want lose 800. But just because I like this one more, because it has search power, you can search it out, and sometimes you don't want to lose attack. Sometimes you just want to, you want your 800 boost, or you want to keep your 800. But I mean, Lance can be good too. Don't get me wrong. Now, open to suggestions on what this last card could be, and so yeah, I encourage everybody to build this deck, toy around with it, put different cards in. I'll be posting lots of duels with this, and you'll see different cards and different variants of it. But this is what I believe to be the best variant so far. I just don't know what else to put in. So thanks for watching YouTube. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.